If you have generated AI images or videos before, you already know this problem. You get a character looking perfect in one shot, and the second you try to place them in a new scene, their face changes, their outfit changes, sometimes they barely even look like the same person anymore. Consistency has always been the hardest part of AI content, and honestly, it has made a lot of ideas just not worth pursuing.
I found a way to actually solve this, and before I show you how, let me just show you the result.
Yeah, this was worth the climb.
This was DAX, and everything you just saw was all generated inside Google Flow, using one consistent character the entire way through. No face drift, no outfit changes, same voice throughout. And on top of that, no watermark anywhere on any of it. So in this video, I am going to walk you through this properly, step by step, exactly what I typed, exactly what I clicked, so you can copy this process for your own character. And at the end, I will also show you a new setting Flow just added that lets you remove the watermark completely right from your account. Step 1. Creating the character. Inside Flow, head over to the Characters section before touching video generation at all, since this is really the foundation everything else builds on. You get a few options here: a built-in template, writing your own prompt, pulling an image from an existing project, or uploading one you already made. I went with writing my own prompt. Here's roughly what I used. A man in his late 20s, short dark brown hair, light stubble, warm brown eyes, wearing a fitted olive green jacket over a plain white t-shirt, photorealistic style, neutral front-facing pose. Once that generated, I gave him a name, Dax, short, simple, and not tied to anyone famous, since that can sometimes pull in associations you were not going for. Step 2. The voice. You can pick from Flow's existing list or build a custom one. I built mine choosing a bass voice, then describing it as calm, warm, mid-range pitch, friendly and conversational, relaxed pace. Then you give it a sample line to read out loud. I used something like, "Hey, I've been exploring this trail for a while now, and the view up ahead is honestly worth it." Once it generated, I listened back, and it was close enough on the first try, so I saved it. Step 3. Character info. This part is optional, but it genuinely helps. You are describing personality here, how they talk, how they react. I wrote that Dax is curious, easygoing, speaks casually, and tends to comment on his surroundings naturally. This is what keeps him feeling consistent in tone, not just in appearance. Step 4. The character sheet. Flow does let you describe a body and outfit and generate one right inside the app. But I did mine differently. I downloaded my character image out of Flow, gave it to ChatGPT with a reference sheet template, and asked for matching views. Front facing, side profile, 3/4 angle, and a full body shot. Once that came back looking right, I uploaded it back into Flow and confirmed the character. This step made a real difference in how consistent Dax stayed later on. Now step 5, actually using him. First, image generation. You just type the @ symbol, select Dax from the list and describe your scene. My exact prompt was something like a full body shot of Dax, standing at the edge of a rocky cliffside trail, at golden hour, looking out over a valley, wind slightly moving his jacket, warm cinematic lighting. And that came out consistent on the first generation, same face, same jacket, same everything. Step 6, video from an image. I took that same cliffside image, attached it in the prompt box and wrote, "Animate this scene." Dax slowly turns his head toward the camera and says, "This is the kind of view you just can't get from a photo, with natural head movement and realistic lip sync."
This is the kind of view you just can't get from a photo.
That gave me a clean, consistent clip using the image as the starting point. Step 7, video from text only. using multi-shot. No image this time, just a prompt describing multiple shots directly. A wide shot of Dax walking the trail, a medium shot of him stopping to look at the valley, and a close-up where he says his line.
Yeah, this was worth the climb.
Even without a reference image, the character held up across all 3 shots. And step 8, extending a clip, which is exactly what you saw at the very start of this video. I saved the last frame from that video, dragged it into a new prompt, described what happens next, and mentioned Dax again by name. Flow picked up right where the last clip ended. I also went in afterward and manually adjusted the second clip slightly, just the framing and lighting, so it matched that saved frame a little more closely. A small manual touch on top of what Flow generated, and it made the transition feel a lot more seamless.
Yeah, this was worth the climb.
Now, the watermark update I mentioned. Flow recently added a setting that lets you turn it off entirely, right from your profile settings. Once toggled off, nothing you generate carries a watermark anymore, no workaround, no cropping. And that's the complete process, step by step, from building a character from scratch to generating consistent images, consistent video, and extending scenes, all without a watermark in sight. If you found this useful, drop a like and share it with anyone else building AI content. And if you want to see more of these Flow tutorials, go ahead and subscribe. I have got more coming. Let me know in the comments who you want to see me build next.